You must be so excited for the show to come
so
out.
excited.
Oh my god.
Can't wait.
Oh, not long now.
I know.
So I've watched an episode of the show.
You have?
Yes. It's so good. I think people are going to love it. Have you been able to see any of it? Not yet?
No.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Okay. It's great. It's great. So we obviously see a lot on screen in terms of the work you girls do, but also like the glamorous side and the drama. Is there anything that we don't see on screen or any moments that you feel like happened that they haven't really caught?
No, I really feel like I let the show into my whole life. You see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, like honestly, there's no hiding anything. And yeah, everything that happened in my life, you will get to see on the show.
Okay, I love that. And, you know, there's always a lot of chatter when it comes to OnlyFans online. I'm so curious from your perspective, what is the hardest part of being an OnlyFans creator that you think maybe the public wouldn't really expect?
I think, honestly, it's just the perception of it. I think it's really hard when we work so hard and we're doing things that in no way I think harm society, and we seem to get attacked for it and criticized for it. And I guess it's just like, you know, when you're talking to someone and they ask you what your job is and you tell them, you're kind of always on edge because you're like, are they going to accept me, or they either love you or they hate you, and you can tell straight away. And that's like, it's really hard. It gives me a lot of anxiety.
And on the show, without sort of giving away any major spoilers, of course, in your mind, which episode or sort of event while filming was the messiest from your memory?
From my memory, I think it would be episodes 7 and 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Really messy.
Okay, we'll have to stay tuned. Whether it's on the show or kind of in your experience having working in this industry, what is the most cutthroat thing another creator has done, whether it's to you or somebody else that you've witnessed?
Honestly, you see a lot of people like using people and I think like befriending them for clout. So that's happened to me a few times where someone's sort of come into my life and I've thought they were my friend, and then they've just used me and sort of discarded me or betrayed me in some way. But yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, and we've talked about, you haven't seen the show obviously, but how nervous or excited are you to have the world kind of see the day-to-day activities that you guys get up to?
I'm super excited. I really, really am excited to show a side of myself that I've never shown before. It's hard to just, film content and make it authentic. So I think this is a nice way for people to see the real me and who I am as a person and how I work day to day.
And what would you say is sort of the biggest misconception people have about OnlyFans in general? I'm sure there's a lot.
There's so many. I think that it's easy money. It's not. I work more than I ever did in any job I've done. There's no hours. You don't like clock in and clock out. You're literally on the clock from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. And it's a hustle. You have to work really hard to stand out and to get people to notice you and to make money. A lot of creators go on there expecting to just make millions, and they'll make a couple $100 and that's it.
And off of that point, I wanted to ask about, obviously between like fan interactions and filming and brand management, do you get downtime or is it sort of a 24/7 hustle?
Before I got engaged, it was very much a 24/7 hustle. I wanted to work as hard as I possibly could. And then when I got engaged, my fiance sort of sat me down and had to have a bit of an intervention because he was like, all you do is work. We need to have downtime. And so now I have really strict rules that I don't work past, 6 p.m. And I, on the weekends, will try not to work. If I'm super busy, he'll allow me to. But it's actually been really nice to be able to set boundaries for myself because I was just getting burnt out all the time. Yeah. And now at least, I give myself the weekend or the afternoon to chill.
Yeah. And you spoke a little bit before about people using others in this industry. Is there a strong sense of community, would you say, or do you feel like it is quite cutthroat and competitive?
If you find the right people, there can be a strong sense of community, but unfortunately there's a lot of jealousy in the industry. I've had quite a few girls send me really horrible messages and I'm like, we're in the same industry, we do the same things. How can you be judgmental of me and how can you be nasty to me? I'm trying to better the industry. I'm trying to normalize it and I'm getting criticized for it by people that are in the same industry.
Yeah. And being on OnlyFans and obviously going from having control over the content you put out and then being on reality TV is also quite different, not knowing how it's going to be edited and produced. Is there a line that you drew? Is there anything that you didn't want to show sort of on TV that you were more comfortable showing in privately, in doing your own business?
No, I think I wanted to show everything because I think online, you know, without meaning to, you put out a polished version of yourself. So to be able to let people really just see me in my natural habitat, so to speak, it's nice. I want people to be able to see that I am authentic, I'm genuine, I'm, you know, I think a good person, and I'm a person that does sex work. I'm not just a sex worker.
Yeah,
you know?
and like humanizing the industry, I think is something I kind of noticed watching the show as well, which I think is really important.
Sure.
Now, during filming, you're obviously spending a lot of time with this entire cast and this social circle. Who, in your opinion, sort of behaves the most differently on camera and is a little bit different off camera? Or do you think everyone was quite authentically themselves?
To be honest, I think all the girls were pretty much themselves. I think, I don't want to name anyone, but there were one or two people who maybe put on a bit of an act, I think, like the nice girl act when they're not really the nice girl. But I don't want to give anything away. So
okay,
leave it at that.
We'll have to stay tuned. And on that point, who, you know, with reality TV, there's always someone who's sort of painted as a fan favorite and someone who's a little bit more of a villain. And that may not be the case sort of behind the scenes. But from what you experienced, who do you think would be sort of the fan favorite of the season, and who do you think might get a bit of a villain at it?
I think Lily will be a fan favorite. I just love her. I think the audience is going to love her. She's so her, and she's funny, and she's charismatic and just hilarious. I think, I don't want to give anything away, but I think the villain sort of changes throughout. I think we see some character development. And yeah, it kind of, my perception of it anyway is that it definitely changes from episode 1 compared to episode 8.
Yeah, okay. And kind of one final question. I just want to know, what is the most empowering thing for you personally when it comes to being an OnlyFans creator?
That I am in charge of my body and my work, and there's no one, no man, no woman telling me I need to do this or I need to do that. It's anything I put out is because I want to. So I'm in control. You know, even if a subscriber asks for something, if I don't want to do it, I don't do it. I find that quite empowering because previously in the sex work industry, you know, people have had to do things because their bosses said so, or, you know, whatever it is, or their client. So I think it's nice to be able to just be in control of my work.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was such a nice chat, and I'm so excited for the show to come. I think people are really going to love it.
I can't wait.